Good morning, friends.
We are monsters. We give and we take. We get.
Editing Rainy here to actually tell you what this vlog is about. This is me trying to read as many books or finish as many books as I can within the last 3 days of the month. Except for you're going to see a clip in a minute of When the Moon Hatched. That is not at the end of the month. But I was going to film a separate When the Moon Hatched vlog. It didn't happen. So I'm just putting my beginning thoughts into this vlog. But the rest is me cramming my little butt for the last 3 days of the month. So let's see. Did I hit my goals or not? Because I wanted to finish When the Moon Hatched, Heir, A Gathering of Shadows, Happiness Falls, Binding 13, and a book that cannot be named anymore because I learned that it is a Wednesday book, so I edited it out of this vlog. Mine's with Martless Munter, is all I'm going to say. So anyway, enjoy this very, 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 very chaotic vlog. It is Wednesday. I have 1 week left of school. I'm so freaking excited. However, I should have already done an update for this. I was originally going to do an entire spoilery-filled vlog for When the Moon Hatched, and then I decided I didn't really want to do that because there's just so much going on and it's just going to be really difficult. So instead, we're just going to put this into my fan row vlog, you know, books that I've been wanting to read that I'm super excited to read because I need to read this month anyway for my own book club. And yes, we picked a chunker. It is about 700 pages and I am currently on page 171 and it is exactly halfway through the month. So Rainy, you need to bump up the pace. Katie does have my co-host Katie does have all of the pages, like what we're supposed to have read up to now. And I'm on page 169 and I think I'm supposed to be on page like 238 today. So I have a lot of reading to do. However, this book is really fun. I will post a little like clip or so of us from our all-day reading sprints because we started this on the 11th and did all-day reading sprints, me and Katie. And I got pretty far. I am obsessed with this book. I've been tabbing it lightly. I haven't been like highlighting or anything. I've honestly just been tabbing stuff that I want to remember to talk about for like the live show, like important world building things, like different foreshadowing things, super sad parts. So like that's all I've really been tabbing, but I want to have a couple of tabs just so I know what I want to go back to talk about when we get to our live discussion. But I am obsessed with this book. I don't really know if I can even explain to you what this book is about. If we're being honest, it's kind of confusing. So like there's these dragons and apparently like they ended up like turning into moons. I don't exactly know the whole entire thing. All I know is that a lot of these dragons are moons now and sometimes they fall out of the sky, and when they fall out of the sky you can harness that power or something. But that's like such little potatoes as according to what's going on. So we have Rave, our main girl, who's basically kind of like a bounty hunter. Like she's just sent to kill people and that's her job. And I don't even know what entirely is supposed to happen to her in this book because like I said, like I really don't know what's going on. And the back of this book does not really explain it. And then we have this king named Khan who's on some sort of quest that I don't know anything about. Like honestly, I feel like I can't explain this book to you. I still don't fully know what is supposed to be going on. I just know that sad things have happened, okay? Death and destruction has happened. Crazy things have happened. We are foreshadowing. The Discord is popping off. We are talking, chitty-chatting left and right about this book, okay? And it's not for everyone. We've had a couple DNFs because like the writing is something that you either are here for or you're not. And if you're not here for it, it's totally fine. I am. So yeah, I'm living my best life with this book and I'm very excited to keep reading it. So I'm going to stop talking to you so that I can read it because otherwise we won't be here for 5 million years. All right, friends, we're going to ignore my terrible hair and the fact that the lighting is terrible. I'm in my son's room because my daughter is sitting next to me playing and Lincoln is playing over there. And we're doing an update for Heir because I am 28% in. And as this vlog is so aptly titled, it is May 27th and I have 6 books to read before June 1st. Technically, I could read one of them on June 1st, but I'm focused on Tar at that point. So I need to be reading Heir for today. That is the book that I am focusing on for today. And I am reading this with Kelsea and Neva, although they have already done their buddy read for this. And I think they each gave it a 3-star. And so I am the only one left. And like I said, I'm 28% in now. Now, I did do a disservice with this because as the books get bigger, they get more intricate, which means I really need to start by immersive reading them and looking at the words and also listening to the audio because I tried listening. She keeps trying to grab my phone. I tried listening to just the audio for this for like the first 90 pages. And I'm very confused because there's like 5 different POVs, which means I can use this for our fantasy bingo hard mode, which is fabulous. But there's 5 different POVs. There's a lot of brand new characters, and I'm not entirely sure who they all are, and I don't want to go back and read those 90 pages, so I'm kind of backtracking, and so I'm immersion reading now to figure it out. Can you stop trying to grab my phone? I'm immersion reading now to try to figure it out. Sorry, she keeps trying to, like, grab me. Anyway, I'm immersion reading to try to figure it out, and so that is what we are doing, and 28% in, I'm just kind of I feel like I'm still just really trying to get a hold of all the different characters and figure out what they're doing. And there are obviously some perspectives that I enjoy more than others. I'm very intrigued by Manon. I feel like I can't really say a lot more than that because Heir of Fire is book 3 in this world. And so you're not going to get a lot of actual updates on like the plot. You're just going to get more updates on like my feelings and how I'm doing as the day goes on, because it is Memorial Day right now. And so I've got to get crack-a-lacking. So I am on 1,000,001 sprints. Vanessa is sprinting. Coda and Nicole are sprinting. Who else is sprinting? Donna is sprinting. My friend Brittany is sprinting tonight. So, like, there's so many sprints to help me get all this done, okay? So, back to reading I go.
You're the only one who knows me. Saturate me when I'm gray until all my colors show. I get lost in those hazy eyes. I'm in love with these lazy nights. So maybe we can stay back, lay back here and enjoy the ride. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me, keep me.
Okay, friends, it's been a minute. I'm not very good at updating this vlog. I did get new headphones today. They were like $8 at 5 and below, so they're not like great ones, but they work fine. I just wanted some more of the head ones. Anyway, let's talk about books, okay? Because this is the Crammity Cram vlog. I've not updated in like a day or two. It is currently the night of the 29th. I have 2 more days in June and I have so much to read. But let's do some updates, okay? I haven't been updating as much because my kids have been sick. I went to the ER the other day with my son because he was wheezing really, really badly, and it was the night of Memorial Day, so you know there were no on-call nurses at his pediatric center, so we had to go to the ER. And basically they took some x-rays, they checked his chest, they said they did hear rattling and wheezing, and so they did a breathing treatment, and it seemed to be doing better. And so one of the doctors was stupid and was not listening to us, and the other doctor was like, oh, we should prescribe him an inhaler, we should prescribe him steroids, and the other one's like, no, he doesn't need any of that. Well, yes he does, because the next day he still wasn't doing good. We call his regular doctor when they're finally open, and they say, oh, he should have had steroids. And I'm like, you're right, he should have. So anyway, he's on steroids now. He's doing a lot better. Baby girl was wheezing a bit too when she went to the doctor because she was sick, had diarrhea for over a week. They seemed to have the same viral infection that was causing wheezing. And so they both also had ear infections in their right ear. So they're both on ear medication. He's on steroids. It's the whole thing, okay? Plus, baby girl had to get on different medicine because she had an ear infection 2 weeks ago, a double ear infection, and the amoxicillin didn't do anything because she still has an ear infection. So I've told them before they need you to skip amoxicillin and go to the good stuff, but they just don't listen to me, but it's fine. Anyway, that's been chaotic. And then through all of that, I've been trying to read, but my mother-in-law has been coming to help with the house, which is great, but she doesn't always tell me when she's coming until she's coming, and then I have to like stop what I'm doing, and I got goals, okay? I got goals. But let's talk, because I finished Heir of Fire, and no, I didn't really update, honestly, because I wasn't really sure what I was gonna say if I updated. It was fine. I gave it a 3.5 star. It's nothing like crazy. I obviously can't say a lot about this book because it's book 3 in the Throne of Glass series. I will say there was over 5 POVs, so I'm able to count that off for our fantasy bingo, which is great. But there were so many new characters and so much stuff happening that I just felt a little lost. And I will say, I wish I hadn't tried to listen to any of this without the audio directly in front of me. I feel like I'm gonna have to start immersion reading the rest of them because there was just so much action going on and so many perspectives, but I didn't switch over until 90 pages in, and I feel like I lost a lot of it. I will say I don't really care for the new love interest for Selena, and I'm very intrigued in seeing Manon's backstory. I'm not gonna say more than that. Dorian, love. Kale, don't know how I feel about him. Rowan, I don't friggin' know. Adian, he all right. I'm like, we have our people, okay? So I feel like it's definitely setting up the rest, and I'm excited to see what happened to Queen of Shadows, because I know that a lot of people say that Queen of Shadows is when it really, really amps up, and we are reading this in June, me, Kelsea, and Neva. That is our next book that we are reading, and then we get to the tandem read, and that's very daunting, but we're not there yet, okay? So anyway, that was a solid 3.5 star. I feel like I'm hearing people, so I'm going to take this off one ear. Anyway, I'm not supposed to be reading this, but I saw Jan Agaton read this the other day, and you know, how she updates in her stories all the time when she's reading, and it just looked beautiful. And so I looked, and my library had it, so I borrowed it. And it's When I Arrived at the Castle by Emily Carroll, and it's like this weird sapphic-y, vampire-y type of book, but like it just has beautiful graphics. Like I'm trying to make sure that I don't show something that I shouldn't show on camera, because there are a couple of pages that you can't actually go see. So let me see a page that is acceptable. Like I just think it's stunning. Okay. Anyway, so this one was fun. I really, really liked it. It took me like 10 minutes to read. I gave it a 4-star because the art is really exquisite, and I liked the stories, and it was like horror-y. It was very, very good. So I'm definitely going to read more from her. And that can lead me to my next thing. I have gone down a manga rabbit hole because I decided that I wanted to read 30 manga in 30 days for the Amazing Readathon, because sightseeing prompts, I want to read a lot of manga. And so I have a bunch of manga over there. That's all manga stacked up there, and I am not going to share with you what I've gotten all that, because I'm honestly going to probably do a manga haul at the beginning of my 30 and 30 manga vlog. And I am using a spinner wheel, so every day I'm going to spin the spinner wheel and see what I get, and just see how many of that manga I can read, because I have a couple. I will say I'm excited for a couple. Like I have Cat and Gamer, let's see, I'm just gonna name a couple: Cat and Gamer, Donuts Under a Crescent Moon, Blue Flag, Sweat and Soap, Happiness, and Tomi, which is by Junji Ito, a horror one that's like 800 pages. Very excited for that. So that is what I'm going to be focusing on for the Amazing Readathon. I feel like I've been talking a lot, but I should also do one more update, because of course I didn't want to start another book before June, because I'm going to tell you in a minute what I still have to read. However, our buddy read started 2 days ago, and I am 1 day behind in the buddy read. And I'm reading A Gathering of Shadows with Katie and Danny, but we're not finishing this until June 5th. And my goal is, if we get to about 50% before June 1st, then I'm going to stop reading so that I can use this for the Amazing Readathon for a sightseeing prompt, because you can still use it if you have 49%. So anyway, I'm on page 99 out of, I think, 505. Yeah, so I'm like 20% of the way through. And I'm not going to say a lot about this either, because it is the sequel to Darker Shade of Magic. But I will say, I very much love being in this world again. I'm having a great time with it. I very much love Kel. I love Lila. What I will say, and I told them, is that there were different narrators for book 1. And I liked the narrators for book 1 better, because the narrator for Kel, the main guy, was British. And I just loved his accent. I loved how he said everything. And it's not the same people. It's not bad, but it's not the same people. And the only reason that that bothers me is because I had to buy, or not buy, but I used a credit on Audible simply because it was on hold, or there were people waiting for the book on Libby, and I should have checked it out earlier. I didn't think about it. It only said it was a 2-week wait, and that there was 2 copies and nobody was waiting, but I needed to start because I was already 3 days behind. So it's fine, it's fine. It be what it be. But it's unfortunate I had to use it. So anyway, I'm really, really liking it, and I'm just excited to be using it for V.E. Schwab. I am using it for the Amazing Readathon for author that uses initials, because it's V.E. Schwab. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, before I let you go, let's just do a little check-in on this vlog and see what I still have to read, okay? I still have to read Binding 13. I'm on like page like 111 out of like 6 something, if it says on Kindle, okay? I have to read Happiness Falls, which is back there somewhere. But I'm trying to get to the 49% page of that so that I can use it for a sightseeing prompt as well, because there's one for 500 points that says use a book, read a book that has footnotes, and I discovered that it has footnotes. But I also do have to finish it by June 2nd, because that's when the a live show is for the Sibs Book Club. I also have to finish my own freaking book club selection of When the Moon Hatched by June 2nd. And I'm on page 384 out of 698. So I still have like 300 pages to read, but I'm not concerned. I'm gonna knock a bunch of that out tomorrow. But that is the update. Brittany, if you are watching this, I'm going to achieve, okay? I can do it. Kelsea believes in me. I had the whole sprints believing in me. I'm sure I've popped in a video clip of them all believing and rooting for me, okay? I've done crazier things. So I'm gonna get to finishing tidying up the room, and then I'm probably gonna go to sleep, and you'll see me again tomorrow. Yeah, you'll see me again tomorrow. Right, Mr. Dragon? Right. Good morning, friends. My hair doesn't look great. It's fine. I'm wearing my Amazing Readathon merch, Team Fantasy, because it came in yesterday. I figured I should do an update. I also went to Starbucks this morning after swim lessons, and I tried their new summer refresher lemonade, but I didn't realize that it was a boba thing, and it has all these fruit balls. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little sweet, but I'll drink it. Anyway, it's May 31st, and I have some updates. 1, I'm not reading a certain book anymore that I talked about in the beginning. And I've tried to cut out me talking about it. Because I discovered it was a Wednesday Books one yesterday, which is part of the SMP protest that we're doing. I can't talk about it. And I'm very sad because I wanted to read it. But now it's like, I don't need to rush to it as quickly. So I might just read it for Amazing Readathon and just not talk about it. So I only have 2 books left, technically. I have Binding 13, which I have like 500 pages left. And I still have to read up to 49% of Happiness Falls. And I need to catch up on Darker Shade of Magic Pages, but I don't need to finish that book. Anyway, I want to come up to you, though, and talk about When the Moon Hatched. Because as you can see, I finished, okay? And all I did was tab. I didn't, like, highlight or anything because I was trying to get through this book. But, can we say all-time favorite new book of the year? Like, number 1. Like, I don't see a book beating this for my favorite book of the year. And I found it in May. Hold on. I'm obsessed. It was beautifully written. It had twists. It had turns. Now, I will say I was very confused, and thank God I had some lovely people in our Discord chat that were just explaining it all for me and getting it all because they are obviously more well-versed in fantasy. Anyway, they're obviously way more well-versed in fantasy than I, hence why they understood what was going on way better than I did. But this is beautiful writing. Oh my gosh. There's one quote that was toward the end that I was just like, if someone said this to me, I would like... I would die, okay? I'm going to have to find it because it was just so beautiful. I mean, this is a beautiful one, too. This one says, he's fire and brimstone, I'm shattered ice. Our collision is steam and destruction, destined to dissipate, but I'll gladly burn beneath him until the world comes crumbling down. Like, that is just freaking beautiful, okay? But that is not the one that I want to share, and I don't know if I can find the one that I want to share. Oh, yeah. He said, he's like kissing her, and he says, where now? And she said, my lids. And he said, or she asked him, and he said, my lids. She used to kiss them when she thought I was asleep. Of all the things I've missed during the many phases I've lived, I've missed that the most. I can't, okay? I can't. This is a beautiful book. It deserves all of the awards, all of the accolades. If you have not read it, please do so. I am patiently awaiting book 2. I am patiently awaiting for Fairy Loot sale to come so that I can snag up the pretty edition of this. I also have the Waterstones edition coming to me. I'm going to have all the special editions of this. This is a new favorite, but I'm obsessed. And I wasn't going to share my thoughts in this, but this is going up after the live show discussion. Hence why I'm okay with sharing this. Anyway, fabulous. Having a great time. So now I need to go get ready for sprints because I have sprints in a little bit, and then I have to take my son to the doctor today for his 5-year-old checkup, which I think he's getting shots. But we're not going to say that out loud. And then, yeah, I'm going to be sprinting with Brittany today, and that's the plan. And I'm going to hopefully finish Binding 13. But I might start with Happiness Falls. I don't know what mood I'm in for right now. Okay, bye. We have a lot of goals over at Casa de Barton for reading because I have to finish 790 pages by tomorrow.
Rainy has some goals, y'all. Some goals.
I do. So let's hear my goals. Okay, they're lofty. I have to get 49% of the way through this. One, it's a sightseeing prompt for footnotes. So if you didn't know that, this has footnotes in it. But also I wanted to be there for the live discussion for the Sibs Book Club. And that's June 2nd at 9:30 p.m. So get there. And then I need to get to 49% of this because this is my buddy read with Katie and Danny. And I am tragically behind. So I need to fix that. And then I need to finish all 464 pages of Binding 13, which, you know, is a thing. And then there was another book on the list, but I had to take it off because sadly it is a Wednesday book.
I mean, that does make your life easier.
It does. It does. But I'm still sad about it.
That's fair.
I got, how far? What percentage did I get? Let's see. Hold on. I got to 40%.
Nice.
So I'm
so close.
Yeah, I know. I'm on page 152 out of 176. So I have like 25 pages left, and then I'm done with this book for the day. So that's great. However, I did underestimate my pages because I did add them all up earlier, and I was like, oh, no. I had 791, and currently I have 638.
I don't want to say that I don't believe in you because I do. I really do.
I mean, I'm getting through. Like,
I really do believe in you. I believe your list is longer than the day.
Is it? Is it though? Because I'm just gonna read all day, and then I'm gonna go to breeze sprints, and I'm gonna read all day.
It's true. We'll see.
I got to 49% of this. So I paused that for now. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not bad. Like, and I like parts of it, but then I guess like the actual thriller of like what's going on, like I don't know if I'm not invested in it. It's kind of scientifical.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to finish it though, because I want to be at the discussion. I got to 135 out of 248 for this.
Nice.
So I have like 100 pages of this left for today. So, you know, we're making goals.
You're doing good. You're getting through it.
I am. I'm making it through. I need to calculate how many pages I have left. I'm actually going to do that right now because you know what? Everyone is invested in my update. Okay. So I read.
I'm interested to see if you can actually accomplish this in a day. Like I feel like it's really the challenge of the lifetime.
All right. Plus, hold on. Minus. Okay. I have 569 pages.
You know what? You made a good dent in that one. That was a big dent.
I did. I'm getting there, guys.
For sure.
I'm getting there. Honestly, Binding 13 is the one that's going to kill me, but it's fine. Editing Rainy is here to say I did not meet my goal. It was very sad. Everything went crazy because my mother-in-law showed up that day and she kept on staying. She wouldn't even leave, so I could not read Binding 13. Dun dun dun. That's actually pretty good. Oh, I'm pretty impressed with that. Anyway, yeah, I didn't read after that. So I left with 500 and whatever pages left. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine because I read a little bit more of A Gathering of Shadows and I'm just going to let Binding 13 be what it be. But, you know, I finished some chunkers in this book, okay? I finished When the Freaking Moon Hatched. I also finished Fire, which is like up over there. I finished, what is it? What I Wanted to Have Happiness Falls. And I read A Gathering of Shadows. So, like, I crammed a shit ton of books in the last, like, 3 days of the month. So, I feel proud of myself. We are now moving on to Tar. I need to get this vlog out of my head because I'm wasting time with it. And so if you guys see the end of this very crazy scatterbrain vlog, let's put a moon emoji for When the Moon Hatched and let me know, did you get all of your books done? What is a book that you still need to finish that you're bringing into June? Let me know, okay? And I will see you guys in a video very, very soon. Bye.